Hey guys, AJ here, back another one. So today we're going to revisit the Passport Bros movement. And for those of you guys who don't know, Passport Bros is a group of American guys that have basically said, you know what, these Western slash American chicks, I'm done with them. Nope, I'm going to go overseas and find a wife who's traditional, cooks, cleans, all of that. But before we jump into this, guys, please remember to like, subscribe. It helps us support the channel. And yeah, so Passport Bros talk about going to Colombia, Thailand, Cambodia, Eastern Europe, because you can find hotter, more feminine women. And I'm all for it. I believe that, we're all put on this planet once, so you have to do what's best for you and live the happiest version of your life that you can. And if that means that you got to travel overseas to find someone who has your values, then hey, off you go. But there's this video by this YouTuber here. She's called the Filipina P. She talks about all the shaming and the hate that guys who want to find love overseas get from American women. So let's just jump into this now.
Hi folks, the Filipina P here. And today's question is, what do women think of men who leave their home countries to seek love in foreign lands? Well, apparently there's quite a war of words going on between a certain segment of Western women and men who pursue international relationships. It seems there's a lot of animosity against these guys, with name-calling and outrageous accusations. The conflict centers around a movement called the Passport Bros, who are typically black guys who have gotten fed up with the situation in the West and decided to look elsewhere for a happy life.
Now, she is right that typically it is black men. It's been men of all races, but black men really brought this into the forefront of like social media and stuff.
Now, even though the Passport Bros are mostly African Americans, I think you'll recognize the same tactics being used to shame any guy who dares to dream of finding a better mate overseas. So what are these women saying about the men?
Passport bros go to third world countries and purchase little girls and turn her into a breeding mare.
And look at the difference between the Asian woman that's doing the actual video, how thin, pretty she is, and this wildebeest right here. And you wonder why men are going overseas.
They're little girls, you're sick.
Hey, who you calling a little girl? So where is all this anger against the Passport Bros coming from? It sounds like the guys just want to find greener pastures, and their women don't seem to like him very much anyway. So what's the problem? Well, let's listen to how one woman describes the Passport Bro phenomenon.
And she is right. A lot of this shaming language from these women is saying all these men who are going overseas are all broke and they're undesirables anyway. It's like, well, then why are you mad that they're leaving? It doesn't make any sense. So let's jump back into it.
Black women, are you ready? Apparently there's a group of, you guessed it, black men who have grown weary of the, quote, control that black women have over them. So they've decided to seek dominance elsewhere. And that's in the form of traveling to third world countries to seek a bride. What's at play here is that these dusty, mediocre at best so-called men have finally come to the realization that black women are no longer willing to settle for the bare minimum and are choosing to stay single and maintain their peace.
And die all by themselves.
If divesting to desperate and disenfranchised women is so great, why do you all have to make an announcement, a grand announcement? Oh, I know why. Because you actually think that this will hurt black women. So, sayonara, arrivederci, adios.
Okay, so the undesirable, dusty, mediocre, at best, so-called men want to get away from you? I wonder why they want to do that. You sound really sweet and not bitter at all. As for why the Passport Bros want to announce their intentions, maybe they're not trying to hurt women. They're just letting other men know that leaving is an option.
And that's facts, guys. That's absolute facts. And this is not a new phenomenon. There's a lot of military guys, especially like on the West Coast, who are stationed in Korea, the Philippines or whatever who married women from over there and are doing just fine. And I remember some of my friends growing up telling their friends, dude, what are you doing dating these American girls, you know? And also, too, the reason why they don't want the word to get out is because a lot of these mean Western chicks have all these beta male dudes in their orbit, all these friend zone guys, and they don't want word getting out to these guys in their friend zone that are still doing stuff for them without getting any, that they have options that they can fly overseas.
But if you want to make it all about you, be my guest. So how does this next lady describe the movement?
I am not mad about black men getting their passports and paying to play overseas.
You can hear the cholesterol in this chick's voice.
I just truly want to help these men to see logic and reason. A man that's looking to marry a foreign woman went to an event wearing a top hat. Brother, are you serious? You look ridiculous. And you're clearly undesirable, but I'm sure that you've blamed black women for your lack of what it takes to attract them. But you want to go overseas where women are unaware culturally of your nature and pay them to pretend while you give them nothing but money and a wet behind. They aren't marrying these women. The men in this movement are largely undesirables or men that want to use a woman freely without her giving any pushback.
No, I'm not mad that certain men have decided to go out of the country looking for their next victim. I'm completely okay with that.
I'm getting some mixed signals here. You say you're fine if the men want to leave, but then you call him ridiculous, clearly undesirable, and claim they're just using women. You say you're just trying to help, but that sounds more like an attack. So maybe you do care, just a little. And you say men don't come here for real relationships, but that's just not true. My cousin married a passport bro, and they've been happy for years. So why are these women misrepresenting the guys who want to leave? Well, after watching a few more of their videos, I started to notice some common tactics.
The passport bros are dehumanizing women to the point of basically being used for their uterus and domestic capacity. The passport bros want to put them to work in the bedroom and the home.
Ah, yes, the claim that the guys are coming over here so they can turn women into slaves and force us to work in the bedroom while they impregnate us. Diabolical. You seem to think we're mindless idiots with no will of our own. We might be traditional women, but we're not empty-headed. You may not know this, but in the Philippines, women actually have quite a bit of say-so in the household. Just talk to some of the foreigners that are married to us. But I suppose you know my culture better than I do, right? And as far as turning us into incubators, you've got that completely backwards. 99% of the time, it's the Filipina begging the foreigner to have a baby. Where are you getting this stuff from?
So guys,
Next.
But you have to understand, a lot of us, 46, be 47 soon, each day that goes by makes me more grateful that I'm divorced. I thank God every day that I'm divorced. If you want to get your passport and go overseas, you're welcome to it. Bye. I mean, maybe there you'll find women who are okay with being treated like doormats. I don't know.
Yes, ma'am. I'm sure you're very happy with your choices and the way you've carefully crafted your life to end up alone. But you think foreign guys treat us like doormats? Lady, you have no clue.
absolute facts. Absolute facts. So let's just skip ahead here and look at one last part of the video. I'm going to post the link in the description box. But yeah, let's just check this out, guys. Once again, check out this woman here and look at this rhino that's coming up next. Here we go.
What else you got?
You want to know what your problem is? Your entire life you were told that skinny is good and fat is the worst possible thing that you could be. You're not able to wrap your head around fat people being comfortable in the skin that they're in because you're uncomfortable in the skin that you're in.
Oh, that's perfect reasoning.
Fat women wearing outfits that you won't even wear because you're ashamed of your stretch marks. They wouldn't even give you a second look. The truth is, fat was never a bad thing. And once we figure that out, you'll never be able to put us back in that box again. You can have it. I'm sure it'll be a much better fit for you.
Ah, killing two birds with one stone. Shame the men for not wanting large women and shame skinny women for being skinny. Brilliant. But I'm not sure you're gonna convince men they've just been taught not to like fat women. And you're definitely not gonna convince me that I'm secretly jealous of you because I can't wear your clothes. A nice try. This is fun.
All right, you guys. I'm going to leave the link to the whole video in the description box. But let me know what you guys think about these big, fat Western chicks talking trash about guys who go over to meet women in other parts of the world. I mean, obviously, they're all bitter. You can tell a lot of them are overweight. They're angry. And they're just mad because they know that guys are finally waking up and saying, look, we have options and we don't have to deal with this. We're going to do what's best for us. Guys don't have to do anything. What we have to do is make sure that our lives are better and that we're happy. So, all right, you guys, this is AJ. I'm out of here.